Hey, here we go with a win against Montana, finishing out the week with 3 wins and 1 overtime loss.
Yeah, that's a great weekend for us.
41-31 in shots, I believe. And we're going to go ahead and call the player of the game.
Oh, easy.
Cello. These
sure.
2 saves he had, I wish I had recordings of it because they were epic.
Yeah.
What did you see?
So, obviously, efforts from everywhere. I mean, that goal by Torrey was just right in front of that digging. But, those 2 saves were just kind of like the exclamation points on a great game. If you don't know hockey, some of the saves that he made, even outside of that, were saves that he made look easy, okay, but frustrate the other team and just instills confidence. So for that, all-around player of the game, Cello, for sure.
It changes the momentum. It takes the air out of Montana. It gives us the edge.
Yeah.
And hey, something's coming along. And then all of a sudden, Montana takes a penalty, gives us an opportunity to go up with a power play goal.
Yep.
And it was fantastic.
It was a great game to watch. Well played on both sides.
Great weekend.
Great weekend. It was a good exclamation point to a great weekend.
It was.
So yeah, for sure. And I think all the parents, great time. We had a lot of parents here that enjoyed, just being here at every single game, supporting the kids. So again, all around, it was a great weekend. It's a great record to have for the weekend, because none of these games were easy teams. When we have this tournament, it's not a tournament where you're kind of fluffing the schedule with these games. It's not that way.
I went on the schedule. I looked at some other teams that are here for the Beehive, and they have some easier games to play. Lower ranked teams.
Yeah.
Teams with losses more than wins. And when I looked at the ACHA, it does seem like our the rankings go by a strength of schedule.
Yes.
And so I like that we played 4 tough games.
Oh,
our guys get up for them.
Yeah,
right? We don't get any bad habits.
Yep.
And so going with that, I'm sure our rankings will be going up for ACHA. And so again, you can go on there to acha.org.
I think so.
Is our thing. But then if you want to see Utah hockey, it's University of Utah Hockey and .com. UniversityOfUtahHockey.com. I'll try to put that down below. Yeah. I always watch people do that. I don't know how to do that.
We'll learn.
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
Or actually, you can also go to skatingutes.com and it takes you there too.
Oh, very good. So we'll get to be able to follow with the M1 team, the W1 team, and then our kids' team is the M2 team. And so we get that. We have one more game to play before Christmas break. Then they get some time off, and they're going to need it. Yeah, and then we come back, and I think the next time we'll see each other is maybe the Wasatch Cup, which is at the end of January. We got to start playing in that one. Yeah. And then before we start getting towards the end of the year for regionals. And that's when you and I talk about the depth of our team. Going in, if we have everybody healthy, and you've got to play some tough teams, Coach has some ammunition for sure in the locker room that he can line up and knows who we're playing. He can look back on who we played. Yeah. How did we do? He can look at his strength of goalies and put together the best lineup. So I like where we're going right now, and I don't see our team peaking yet.
No. I mean, even with this weekend at 4-1, they were hard fought, but I think the kids know that it's still early.
And that's some of the hard things that a coach has to do. And when we're doing youth hockey, we just play all the kids all the time. Yeah. We don't have that. But here, these kids are not on scholarship. They put the work in for weekends, and they do the travel. They're practicing, and sometimes they get to play, sometimes they don't. Right. But when you see the outcome, like we have today, this weekend, 4 hard games. The only loss we had was in overtime. Yep. I'll have to look up.
Team, as we talked about.
I have to look and see, do we get any kind of consideration?
I would think we would, but I don't know. And considering it's a tournament, are these really...
So were all the teams for us in our conference? I think the answer is yes. They were all conference games, where in the past, playing in the Pac-8, they weren't always conference. Right. Now, see how this goes. Yeah. So maybe that's why we got the tough ones. And some of the other teams have teams that are not. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to catch a flight back to Dallas. When do you fly back to Cleveland?
In about 2 hours. So same here.
We're about 3 hours away.
Exactly.
So we'll put this, and I'll get this posted tonight, and we'll get to critique ourselves again.
Exactly.
Call each other and go, I can't believe I did that. Right?
Yeah, right.
But I'm going to try to edit out about me flamingoing. I don't
know. That
flamingo.
was mentioned a few times, so I don't
Well,
know.
I'll try to see.
And for those of you that don't know, maybe just look it up. See if you don't know what hockey is. Maybe look up what it means.
When I played high school and college, and I played ACHA also, you were NCAA. I did flamingo.
No.
Hell no.
You wouldn't play the rest of the game if you did that.
No. But men's hockey, it matters.
You all have jobs in the morning to go to. So,
I've taken some bad hits before, so I might have to edit that and maybe plug in the name, the other Rob.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Throw him in there instead.
Throwing some links in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, great play by our guys. Great job by the coaches. Good to see you again here on the Beehive.
Always good to see you. If you weren't able to make it, if you're a parent, you weren't able to make the Beehive, mark that down on your schedule next year. Certainly come out to some games after the new year if you can. The Beehive always seems to be a big group of parents that show up. So if you can, kind of circle that on your schedule if you can make it out.
It is. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks for watching.
Enjoyed. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.